Hello, good morning. Now, welcome to chapter 1, real number, part 5 lecture. After this, that is, chapter will finish. So, in the last lecture, part 4, I have explained about the that root 2 is irrational. Now, one more question I will be explaining. The two questions I have given you for homework, but I have explained one of that question, that is prove that root 3 is irrational. Now prove that root 3 is irrational. This question you have to do. If you have studied the lecture, gone through the lectures and chapter 1 part 4 video, then you will come to know how this question is completed. Here, let what I have written, let root 3 be a rational number. Let root 3 be a rational number. Therefore, root 3 equal to P upon Q, where P and Q are co-prime numbers. Now, I have explained what are co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers are the numbers which has 1 as the common factor. Now, root can be removed by squaring both the sides. So root 3 whole square will be 3 and P square by Q square. And after that, 3Q square equal to P square. And Q square will be what? P square by 3. Q square equal to P square by 3. After that, if P square is divisible by 3, then P is also divisible by 3. After this, what we are doing, put P equal to 3C. Put P equal to 3C in equation number 1. Now, put P equal to 3C in equation number 1. Q square will be what? 3C whole square upon 3. Now, Q square equal to what? 9C square by 3. 9 will cancel by 3. You will get Q square equal to 3C square. And Q square by 3 equal to C square. Again, we say that if Q square is divisible by 3, then Q is also divisible by 3. From above, we conclude that P and Q are divisible by 3. But we have assumed that P and Q are co-prime numbers. P and Q are co-prime numbers. So what you are seeing that our assumption is wrong. Hence, we say that root 3 is irrational. Hence, we say that root 3 is irrational. This is the way, I think so. Those who have studied part 4 lecture, you will be able to understand this. If you have not, please go to this lecture. This question, the method is the same. Suppose I say prove that root 5 is irrational. Prove that root 5 is irrational. Prove that root 5 is irrational. So how will you do this question? Again, we will say that I am orally explaining this question. In place of root 3, what you will write? Root 5. Let root 5 be a rational number. Therefore, root 5 equal to P upon Q, where P and Q are co-prime numbers. Squaring both sides, then root 5 whole square will be 5 and P square by Q square. 3 in place of 3, what do you write? 5Q square equal to P square and Q square equal to P square by 5. First equation will be this. Now you will write if P square is divisible by 5, then P is also divisible by 5. After this, what you will write? Put P equal to 5C in equation number 1. So what you will write? Q square equal to 3C square. In place of 3C, what you will write? P equal to 5C. So Q square will be what? 5C whole square upon 3. Q square will be what? 25 So q square will be what? 5c square upon 5. That is, in place of 3, what do you have to write? You have to write 5. So q square will be what? 25c square by 5. And 25 will be cancelled by 5. You will get what? That is q square equal to 5c square, or you can say that q square upon 5 equal to c square. So again, we will say if q square is divisible by 5, then q is also divisible by 5. From above, we conclude that p and q are divisible by 5, but we have assumed that p and q are co-prime numbers. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, we say root 5 is irrational. Method steps are the same. Please don't confuse with the steps. As we are writing in root 2, in root 3, if a question is that root 5, you can have root 5 irrational number. You can prove root 5 irrational. So in place of 2, you can write 3, you can write 5, or you can write 7. So different type of question. But suppose a question is like that, show that 5 minus root 3 is irrational. Now this is binomial term. Previously it was what? That is a monomial term. So here binomial term is given 5 minus root 3. It may be that is 5 minus root 3 whole square. Any form of the question may be there. So 5 minus root 3 be a rational number. So what? 5 minus root 3 equal to p upon q, where p and q are co-prime numbers. So what you are doing? P upon q will come to LHS and minus root 3 will come to RHS. Where p upon q is written, you write root 3 and p upon q comes on the LHS. So you will get 5 minus p upon q equal to root 3. So take LCM, and 5q minus p upon q equal to root 3. 5q minus p upon q is rational number and root 3 is a rational number. You know, no need to prove that a root 3 is irrational. Maximum students, what they are doing, they are first proving that root 3 is irrational and then they do this question. So please don't do this directly. You can write root 3 is, we know root 3 is irrational and rational number cannot be equal to irrational number. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. So this is one question. After this, we have another question. Show that 3 root 2 is irrational. Again, another question I have given. Show that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. Or show that 1 upon root 2 is irrational. Or second, 7 root 2 is irrational. 6 plus root 2 is irrational. And root 3 plus root 2 is irrational. So you can have, that is, you can do the questions and for solve this type of questions. That is the previous question I have explained. So you can try yourself. So this is one important question from this exercise. After this, we have very important topic, that is rational number and the decimal expansion. I have explained irrational number decimal expansion, and irrational number decimal expansion is what? That is non-terminating, non-repeating. But when we talk about rational number and their decimal expansion, so you will say that rational number is what? P upon q. Now P upon q is there and you have to find out the decimal form. So what you will say? P divided by q. Now generally we have long division method and by that you divide. But here the question is that without long division method, you have to find whether the decimal expansion is terminating or not. So here rational number of P upon Q is given and you have to show that the decimal expansion is terminating or not. So you will say that yes, first of all, one example, what three step you have to see in the question. What? First, reduce in the lowest term by cancelling by common number. Suppose 35 upon 50 is given to you. One example I will tell. 35 upon 50. First of all, you cut, that is 5. You have to divide 35 by 5 and 50 by 5. So you will get 7 upon 10. Now, when you are getting 7 upon 10, then you will say that, yes, the prime factors of Q, that is the prime factors of the denominator, is in the form of 2 ki power n and 5 ki power n. If the prime factors of the denominator Q is in the form 2 ki power m into 5 ki power n, where m and n are positive integer. M and n are positive integer means what? That is the value of m and n are, that is, it may be 0 or greater than 0. It cannot be negative. So suppose m is 0, so 2 ki power 0, it becomes 1. So, or if n is 0, then 5 power 0 is 1. So what you can say that if the prime factors of the denominator is 2 ki power m or 5 ki power n or 2 ki power n into 5 ki power n, then we say that the decimal expansion of the rational number is terminating. Now, then we say decimal form of P upon Q is terminating. So, after how many places it will terminate? For that, what you have to do? You have to find out the value of m and n, and the value of m and n you must be knowing, and which value is greater among m or n. After that place decimal terminates. After that place decimal terminates. So next, I have explained the example. 375 upon 2 ki power 3 into 5 ki power 4 is given. Now this form is given to you, and you have to only say after how many places it will terminate, or the decimal expansion is terminating or not. So what you will say, it will terminate after 4 places, because the value of, that is the prime factors of the denominator are 2 ki power 3 and 5 ki power 4, and the power, the value of m is 3 and n is 4. So what you will say that 4 is greater, so you will say that it will terminate after 4 places. Now, how? Now the question may be that without actual division, you have to answer. So what you will do? First of all, 2 ki power 3 is given and 5 ki power 4 is the denominator. You have to make 2 ki power 4. So you are 2 ki power 3 is given. So you will be saying that multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. So 375 into 2, you will get 750. Now 2 ki power 3 will be what? 2 ki power 4. 2 ki power 3 into 2 ki power 1, you will get 2 ki power 4, and 5 ki power 4 is there. And the power is same. So what you will write? 2 into 5 ki power 4, 10 ki power 4, and 750 upon 10 ki power 4 is what? 750 upon 10 ki power 4, that is 10 ki power 4 means 10,000, and you 750 divided by 10,000, you will get 0.0750. So this is what it terminates after 4 places, and this is the way you have to do the question. Sometimes they ask in the question 17 upon 8 is given. So simple question is there, that is whether the decimal terminates or not. So you will find out the factor of 8, and here I have written 17 by 8. So this is the one correction here, that is you can do. That is 17 you have to write. So please see that here 17 upon 2 की power 3. So 17 upon 2 की power 3 is what? That is decimal form is terminating. Now this you have to see that 17 is there. So please see that in numerator you write 17. Though I have written 7, that mistake I have done, you have to check it. After that 35 upon 50 is there. So again 7 upon 10. 7 upon 10 is what? 7 upon 2 into 5. So the denominator factor is what? 2 and 5. So decimal, what you will say? Terminates. Decimal terminates. After that 129 upon 2 की power 2 into 5 की power 7 into 7 की power 5. So you will say that here the non-terminating decimal. The answer will be non-terminating decimal because 7 की power 7 power 5 is given. 64 upon 125 is there. So 64 upon 5 की power 3. So again here in the denominator 5 की power 3 is there. Decimal terminates, and directly here 2 is not given. So you will say that it will terminates after 3 places. Now again some examples I have explained. 3 upon 8 is given. So 3 upon 8 means what? 3 upon 2 की power 3. And decimal, the answer will be what? Terminating decimal. And after how many places? You will say that is 3 places. I have explained the example here. 3 upon 2 की power 3. So what I need? That is 5 की power 3. So I have multiplied by 5 की power 3, the numerator and denominator. And 5 की power 3 is what? 125. 3 into 125, you will get 375, and 2 into 5 की power 3. And 2 into 5 is what? 10, 10 की power 3, that is 1000. And 375 divided by 1000, you will get 0.375. So sometimes what happen, the 2 marks question, you will find that without actual division, you have to do. So this 13 upon 125, again 13 upon 5 की power 3, terminating decimal. How you will be doing? 13 upon 5 की power 3 multiply by 2 की power 3 and 2 की power 3. So you will get 8. 13 into 8 is 104. After that 2 into 5 power 3, that is 10 की power 3, and 10 की power 3 is what? 1000. You will get 0.104. 7 upon 18 again. 7 upon 2 की power 4 into 5. The factors, the prime factors of 80 is 2 की power 4 into 5. So what you are seeing there, the denominator factors is have 2 and 5. So you will say that the decimal form is terminating. And after how many places it terminates, you will say it will terminates after 4 places. So this completes the chapter. Now each one has to maintain the copy. Tomorrow I will be taking the class of chapter 2. New chapter I will be starting, and each one has to come for the problem class. IDs and all the things are on the website given. So in morning, each maximum students, you can ask the problem. That is, if you have any problem in this chapter, you can ask. I have explained, I have tried my best to explain all the things. Please maintain the copy properly. Subject enrichment work is given to the work is given on the website. You after, I think so, that is 30th, and you have to complete the practical files. The practical file work, we have taken activities from the maths practical book you have to do. So please see that, complete all the work. So in this chapter, what we have done, first of all, real number. Real number is what? That is rational and irrational numbers. Only two things you have to remember. What is real number? You will say rational and irrational numbers. Now after that, what you have to remember, that we have studied about the Euclid division lemma or Euclid division algorithm to find the HCF and LCM of the HCF and LCM. So first exercise, I think so. uh, First exercise is what? Afterward, I will explain. Thank you.